Back here inside the United Center, and we are at the half, and it's a 26-17 ball game at Ateneo. The biggest lead of 10 at 1 point. 17 points is what Ateneo scored in that second quarter. 17 points a total of Adamson so far. 9 and 8 in first and second quarters, respectively. Marco Benitez.
And you know, it's been a grind out game, so to speak, almost all throughout. It was more of Adamson's game in the first quarter. Ateneo able to get a little bit of rhythm in that second quarter, mostly because of their aggressiveness going to the basket. They went to the free throw line 8 times in that second quarter, so 7 of their 17 points coming from the free throw stripe. And you know, as scorers go, if you cannot get it out of jump shots or layups, you go to the free throw line, get your rhythm from there. Gian Mamuyak was a good spark for them, 4 points in that second quarter. 30 Ravena also with 4 points in that second quarter, but had a turnover in that second quarter. Isaac Go also had a triple in that second quarter. You see the field goal percentage, that's already improved for Ateneo. They were shooting at 1 point close to 19%. Adamson still struggling at 19%. Rebounding, as expected, being dominated by Ateneo. But the thing about the rebounding of Ateneo is they've not been able to capitalize on second chance points. They're the #1 team in terms of second chance points, averaging 16 second chance points per game. They only have 2 points from second chance opportunities in the first half. Bench points, and this is the forte of Ateneo. We've all talked about the depth of their bench. 14 bench points for the Blue Eagles, just 7 for the Soaring Falcons. 3 blocks for Ateneo, 2 of those coming from Ange Kwame. Vince Magbuhos has a block for the Soaring Falcons. Papi Sar has been the big spark. All of his 5 points coming in that second quarter. 5 of the 8 Adamson points courtesy of Papi Sar in that second quarter.
As we mentioned, both teams are having a hard time breathing in this game and having a hard time scoring, but getting a little space for the Ateneo de Manila University Blue Eagles in that second quarter. And Marco, speaking of breathing, I want to check back with our courtside reporters if they're still breathing here at the half. So let's start with Cor Katibayan with this report. Cor, kamusta ka and kamusta ang iyong team? How are you guys doing?
Boom and Marco, the eager disposition of the Falcons is matched by Coach Francis motivating reminders to take a look at the number of turnovers of the Ateneo Blue Eagles and take advantage of, as you mentioned earlier, this uncharacteristic turnout. Earlier in the dugout, Coach Franz emphasized that they need to stay within course. He says that they are in the situation they're in now because they have stayed loyal to their system all throughout. However, after the second quarter, he furiously told the team that they need to follow instructions and do their part in catching up to the Eagles. Also, assistant coach Jackson Tiago expressed his confidence in the team and also highlighted na kailangan lang nilang sumunod kay Coach Franz Kumaren. Back to you, Boom and Marco.
Cor and Franny and you and I were talking about it, how whoever breaks out a character in this game might lose this game. And so far, according to Coach Franz Kumaren, they're breaking out a little bit out of character, especially in that second quarter, but they're still in it. Remember, there were 4 shots that if that
could have gone in because they were right at the basket.
Right, totally different ball game. All right, the leading team now is Ateneo, and let's go to Franny Reyes and check in with her. Go ahead, Franny, and tell us how you guys are doing.
As you guys mentioned several times earlier, there's a lot of discomfort for both teams offensively because of how aggressively they're both playing defense. In the second quarter, Coach Tab told the guys they look disorganized and frantic, and that is not how they play. They have to be composed, they have to be sure of everything they're doing, and they have to get organized, something that became evident now that the Nietas are back playing. Now, if you remember round 1, Ateneo was also up in the halftime. So in the dugout, the players made note of that, and they talked about all the adjustments they have to keep doing so they don't have a repeat of round 1.
Thank you for that reminder, Franny. That was at the end of the first half was that Lastimosa run that changed the momentum of that game and brought Adamson back in that game. So just a little bit of history from that first round encounter. All right, let's go back to Franny Reyes for this reminder.
So, on November 17, it will be the cheer dance competition. Be sure to support your schools in the Mall of Asia Arena at